Right then, here we go. 1 year later. Okay, I'm going to read just some notes of this video because I figured it's better to read from notes and get the video done than to record it 10 times and make it perfect. Right then, so nearly a year late. Filled a pool in June 2025. I promised a cost breakdown video. We're a year late. What I've actually been doing is finishing the patio off, painting the house, building gates, doing fences, family life and work. So 1 year later, the pool has now been through summer 2025, autumn 2025, Christmas and New Year, which is good fun. We've used it far more than expected. Kids love it, as do I. And how much did it actually cost? In today's video, I'm going to go through the real costs, stage by stage, bigger surprises, with a few bits that I might have done differently along the way. And I got a few pages of notes that I'm going to read through. So I'm going to do this in stages. So the first stage was groundworks. The groundworks cost, the groundworks included the digger and the track barrow hire, soil removal, additional trailers. First big spend of the project. The soil removal was surprisingly expensive and the digger was tiny because I didn't have access to get a decent machine through here. Loads of mud, and at this stage all we had was a giant hole to the tune of £2,740. So that's our running total. Next stage is the base and the slab. So this has taken us to a point where we've just got a nice flat concrete slab in the bottom. This included the chip-ins, the sand, the damp-proof membrane, insulation, steel mesh, rebar, concrete, pump hire for the concrete, and the drainage. This is the first stage that really felt kind of permanent. The concrete disappears quickly, no second chances after pouring that one, and everything had to be right, and that cost £3,006, giving us a running total of £5,746. Next stage is the ICF structure itself, and that included the new Dura blocks, the big Lego, the delivery, rebar, steel, the ring beam, timber bracing, wall concrete fixings, and the concrete pump. Probably my favourite stage, just like building big Lego, and the pool finally started to look real. The concrete fill day was pretty nerve-wracking. Definitely have more than just me and a friend of mine, and then we had the concrete pump guy. Get a team of 4 people, it'll just be so much easier. Probably the biggest structural milestone, this one, and it included the seating ledge. So I built the ledge inside and I poured that at the same time, and that ICF structure stage cost £4,972, giving a running total of £10,718. Next up is the pool steps. So surprisingly cheap, just for sand, cement, some blocks, a little bit of steel that was left over from the base, some timber shuttering and screws, and that cost £46 to build those steps. Probably the cheapest part of the entire build, but maybe the most valuable. It's really nice just to be able to walk into the pool from the corner and then walk back out. Worth getting those right. And they take up only a small amount of the pool in the corner. Kids love them as well, as do the grandparents and stuff. Running total now after the steps, £10,764. Yeah, love the steps. Next stage is plumbing. I'm just going to wrap all the plumbing in one stage. This is the pipework, the skimmer, the returns, the valves, fittings, pipe cement. Basically a big plumbing puzzle. Had to figure out flow rates, make sure future maintenance was good. It's all buried underground forever. And that was surprisingly affordable compared to the equipment cost. That was £965 for all of that. Plumbing. The plant room was pretty close to the pool, so not a lot of pipe work needed. Yeah, 965, giving a running total of 11,729. Next up is the filtration and the heating. So that includes the 19 kilowatt Remora heat pump. It includes the sand filter, the pump, and the chlorinator. Biggest kind of cost for the equipment, and the total equipment cost was $3,777. The heat pump alone was $3,200. Again, could have got this second hand. A 10 kilowatt unit would probably be enough for the summer, but I went with a 19 just because I want to be able to crank up the heat for New Year's, that sort of thing, and run it in the winter. Designed for really low running cost if you oversize it slightly. I'm really happy with the performance of the heater, and the pool is usable well beyond summer. Right, so total running cost with the equipment is 15,506. Rendering, so if you remember, just only done it to the shell at this point, so you've got the exposed polystyrene surface on the inside. So the render includes the render, the mesh, the foam to fill around like in the wall, the shuttering, and the no shuttering on this stage actually, sorry, fixings, and that was £618. Slow, messy physical work, and I got some help in for a day on this as well for the render, for the base and the walls. Just a plasterer actually assisted me with this, and the total cost was £618 for all of that, and the running total here is 16,124. So getting a bit tasty now. Epoxy paint, right, so once the render had set, I painted the inside with epoxy paint with a little bit of grit in it on the ledge and some grit on the steps. Stop slipping. One of the most stressful stages. You need a good weather window. You need to do it, you know, the one coat, let it dry a little bit, and then do the next coat. So a little bit stressful trying to get that to work. But the pool transformed overnight with those 3 coats. The paint nearly cost as much as the rendering. The paint was £600 exactly. At a cost of £600 with a running total now of 16,724. Not really a stage, the next one, but the pool light, which included the light, transformer, deck box, the cable, and the conduit, all low voltage. The transformer transforms the voltage inside the pool house from 240 down to 12 volts, so you can safely run that cable to the light. And that was £179 in total. Small spend, but it's got a huge impact. Makes evening swimming possible, and it's one of my favourite additions. £179 for the pool lighting, and the running total is now 16,903. Almost at the end. Okay, so the coping stones around the pool included the coping tiles, the adhesive, and the grout. Changes the appearance, makes, you know, kind of frames the pool, makes it feel finished. A bit more expensive than expected. This was £734 for that coping, giving a running total of 17,637. Now, it would have been nice to have put some bullnose coping on, maybe porcelain, and possibly a bit of a less of an overhang maybe. I got like a 20mm overhang. In hindsight, I might have gone slightly less on the overhang and gone with a porcelain bullnose. I can change them in the future, but that would have cost quite a bit more. I am trying to keep the costs kind of as low as I can in this project. So that takes us to 17,637. Last stage, backfill. So just fill in around the hole. If you dig the hole only just large enough, you can minimize the cost here. I think I had about 10-15 bags of, I don't know, limestone. Either way, that cost £375 for the amount of limestone that I needed. 20mm limestone chip-ins for drainage, a bit of a hidden expense, but I need it for drainage around the pool to keep water away from the pool external wall. Running total, £18,012. So that's kind of the cost. I bought some specialist tools, nice wheelbarrow, which was just easy to lift with wheels in the middle. I bought a laser level, a laser measure, some plumbing kind of testing stuff just to check the pipework, specialist kind of concrete rake thing to smooth it all out. Everything else is like DIY grade, circular saw, you know, normal stuff. Nothing else specialist really there. So they're only project specific purchases. So if you add those in, it's 18,191. So yeah, total cost 18,191, but without those kind of specialist tools, 18 almost on the nail. 1 year later, was it worth it? Yes. We've used it heavily all summer last year, used it so far quite a bit this year since the 1st of April, trying to switch it on. Used regularly throughout the autumn, closed it down last year at the end of October. Not used it all winter yet, but we did reopen it at Christmas last year, Christmas and New Year. What surprised me was just the amount we use it, and you're going to use it anyway. The kids love it. It just feels practical with those design decisions. It's not just like a novelty, and the heat pump performance has definitely exceeded my expectations. Just heats up really quickly and kind of stays warm. So those blocks are great as well. I thought I'd put a section in on what a contractor might charge. Now, I haven't got a quote, so it's really hard to say exactly because this is quite specific. The pool's only 3.5 meters by 6.5 meters by 1.4 meters deep. Not a huge pool. But the materials, the equipment, the plant hire still came to 18,000 odd. My estimate for a professional turnkey build of this, maybe 60 to 80. I could get corrected here, I'm sure. So yeah, there's no way I could afford to pay a nice contractor to do it. Potentially a bit more with the landscaping, the patio, the pool house, and premium finishes and things like that. And the biggest saving was obviously the labour. I put hundreds of hours into this, evenings, weekends, a bit of annual leave, loads of trips to Screwfix, lots of mistakes along the way. But I enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed the overall project. But yeah, maybe came in at a third or a quarter of the cost of paying someone to do it, just money-wise. Yeah, 18,191 in cash, but a lot more in time. And I think it was worth it. We love it. What's next? Okay, so there's still a few pool-related projects to finish. I'm going to put a pergola on the back of the house, maybe some glass balustrades, finishing touches around the pool area. I never made a proper video on the pool house, which is what I'm sitting in now, or half of it. The other half's behind me, behind that wall. So I could do a cost breakdown of this. So if you'd like to see that video, just let me know. For the kind of pool house structure, came in surprisingly kind of cheap, actually, this nice building. And just want to say thank you to everybody who's watched it. So if you enjoyed the series, please give this video a like. It genuinely helps the channel. I'm going to try and get a bit more frequent with the videos. And if you'd like to support future projects, or if you'd enjoyed this one, buy me a coffee links down there, or you can just hit the YouTube thanks button. Super thanks. So yeah, thanks to everybody that's watched, commented, subscribed, and shared these videos. It's been one hell of a project, and I will see you next time.